How to make cheaper choice steak even more tender and flavorful. There are several ways to make cheaper cuts of steak, such as choice cuts, more tender and flavorful. Marinate the steak. Marinating the steak in a mixture of oil, acid, such as vinegar or citrus juice, and seasonings can help to tenderize the meat and add flavor. Be sure to marinate the steak for at least 4 hours or overnight for best results. Use a dry rub. A dry rub is a mixture of spices and seasonings that is rubbed onto the steak before cooking. The dry rub can help to add flavor and create a flavorful crust on the outside of the steak. Cook the steak using low and slow method. Cooking the steak using a low and slow method, such as braising or slow cooking, can help to tenderize the meat and make it more flavorful. This method involves cooking the steak in a liquid, such as broth or wine, at a low temperature for a longer period of time. Pound the steak. Pounding the steak using a meat tenderizer or the bottom of a heavy pan can help to tenderize the meat and make it more evenly cooked. Let the steak rest. Allowing the steak to rest for a few minutes after cooking can help to redistribute the juices and make the steak more tender. By using any of these methods, you can help to make cheaper cuts of steak more tender and flavorful. How to make cheaper choice steak even more tender and flavorful recipe. Here is a simple recipe for making cheaper cuts of steak, such as choice cuts, more tender and flavorful. Ingredients: 1 choice cut steak, such as ribeye, sirloin, or filet mignon, about 1 inch thick. 1/4 cup olive oil. 1/4 cup soy sauce. 2 tablespoons red wine vinegar. 1 tablespoon Worcestershire sauce. 2 cloves garlic, minced. 1 teaspoon coarse salt. 1/2 teaspoon black pepper. 1/2 teaspoon paprika. Instructions: in a small bowl, whisk together the olive oil, soy sauce, red wine vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, garlic, salt, pepper, and paprika to create a marinade. Place the steak in a shallow dish and pour the marinade over the steak, turning the steak to coat it evenly. Cover the dish with plastic wrap and refrigerate for at least 4 hours or overnight. Preheat the grill or broiler to high heat. Remove the steak from the marinade and discard the remaining marinade. Grill or broil the steak for 6 to 8 minutes on each side, or until it reaches your desired level of doneness. Remove the steak from the grill or broiler and let it rest for a few minutes. Slice the steak against the grain and serve. Enjoy. Note: the cooking time for the steak will depend on the thickness of the steak and the desired level of doneness. Use a meat thermometer to check the internal temperature of the steak to ensure that it is cooked to your liking.